Hello to all my college football fanatics out there. Welcome to another segment of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. My friends, sit back and relax and enjoy this video. Today's video is going to be about top 10 college football all-time wins. Now, my friends, before I go on, I'm not going to be including Division II schools, Division III schools. This is strictly FBS, college football, big boys, Division I. Let's get started. My friends, coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with the Tennessee Volunteers with a career of 865 wins in the Volunteers football history. You know, when you think of Tennessee football, got to have to think of that fantastic QB that they had years ago, Peyton Manning. You know, they've had numerous really great coaches over there. So you have to think of the Tennessee Volunteers coming in, breaking the 10th spot, 865 wins in Volunteer history. Coming in at number 9, what more can you say? Many legends played on this field, none other than the USC Trojans, coming in with 875 career wins in their school history. Like I mentioned, many phenomenal coaches. Coach Robinson was over there. You know, what more can you say? Pete Carroll, very good coach for USC at the time. But once again, 875 career wins for the Trojans. Coming in at number 8, the Georgia Bulldogs. 881 career wins in Georgia Bulldogs football history. You know, when you mention them, you have to remember legendary coach Vince Dooley. You know, you think of that mighty team that the Bulldogs had back in 1980. You know, you have Herschel Walker, a tremendous running back for them in his time. And overall, like I mentioned, you know, everything has switched now to Coach Kirby Smart, and what a tremendous job he has done in his time as the Georgia Bulldogs head coach. Once again, Georgia coming in at number 8 with 881 career victories in their school history. Coming in at number 7, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 917 career college football wins for Nebraska. You know, you mentioned this team, the first thing that pops in my mind is legendary coach Tom Osborne. You know, this is a coach that won the national championship in 1994, 1995, and 1997. And, you know, you look at this team, and back then in the mid-90s, for me, they were considered a dynasty. There's no doubt about it. They were truly a college football dynasty. Coming in at number 7, once again, Nebraska, 917 wins. Coming in at number 6, the Penn State Nittany Lions, 930 career wins in Penn State Nittany Lions football history. This is a no-brainer. You know, you mentioned Penn State, have to mention their coach, Joe Paul Paterno. You know, that this is a guy that coached there for numerous years, numerous decades, and you know what a job he did. You know, he had a big reason for Penn State with 930 wins. This was a coach that won 2 national championships in his heyday, 1982 and 1986. Moving on, coming into the 5th spot, none other than the Oklahoma Sooners, 944 career victories. You know, you mentioned Oklahoma football, and you know, a lot of legendary football players jump out. You stop and look at it. We're talking about the tremendous running back, I believe back in the 70s, Dupree. You stop and look at this team. They were known for their tremendous quarterbacks, Murray, Baker Mayfield. The list can go on and on. This was just a tremendous football team, to say the least. Once again, the Sooners, 944 career wins in school history. Coming in at the 4th spot, it is a tie between the Texas Longhorns and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, both tied for 948 career wins in college football history. First, you mentioned Texas. What more can you say? A tremendous football program, rich in tradition football program. It goes all the way back. You mentioned their tremendous football coach, Mac Brown. This was just a football team that year in and year out, back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s. This is a team that was always in the thick of things towards the end of the season, was Texas. Then looking on the other side, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Do I have to say anything more about this program? We're talking about legendary coaches, Lou Holtz, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne. This was just a very, very good football team, without a doubt. And again, Texas and Notre Dame, they share the number 4 spot, 948 career wins. Coming in the 3rd spot, the Ohio State Buckeyes, 964 career college football wins for the Buckeyes. What more can you say? You mentioned legendary coaches. Without a doubt, the legendary coach that pops out for me, Woody Hayes. What more can you say about this coach? A tremendous football coach, to say the least. You mentioned Woody. Let's not forget he has 6 national championships as the Buckeyes head coach. A tremendous coach, without a doubt. You mentioned so many talented football players that made it into the NFL, that came out of Ohio State. My friends, I would need to do a 2-hour video to mention so many of the talented players, without a doubt. But just to name a few, you have Archie Griffin. What a tremendous running back he was for the Buckeyes. You have Chris Spillman, Marcus Merrick, Tom Cousineau, tremendous linebackers for the Buckeyes that played in their heyday. Then you mention, you look over at the tremendous running backs that played: Eddie George, Tim Spencer, Ezekiel Elliott. My friends, I know I'm leaving off a lot, but just a tremendous football team in their history of Ohio State football. Many legendary coaches, like I mentioned. For one, Woody Hayes, the ultimate. But then you got to mention, Jimmy Tressel, Urban Meyer, some really, really talented football coaches walked that sidelines. Coming in at number 2, the Alabama Crimson Tide, 965 career wins in their school history. What more can you say about Bama? Many legendary football players there for Alabama. You have legendary coach Gene Stallings there. What more can you say? You have Nick Saban, and many just talented football players throughout the era that played in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So Alabama coming in at the number 2 spot, and the all-time winningest college football team in the history of college football. My friends, this team surpassed the 1,000 mark. We are talking about the Michigan Wolverines with 1,004 career wins in school history. You mentioned Michigan. And the first thing you have to mention in Michigan football history, none other than Bo Schembechler. You know, when you mention Bo, I put Bo right in the same category as Woody Hayes. You know, you mentioned both of these legendary football coaches for their respectful schools. They had one heck of a rivalry in their day. And like I said, those were no-nonsense coaches back then, okay? The coaches called the shots. The coaches ran the team, not like today's era and today's football, where the players want to call the shots. It was strictly, I'm the coach, you're the player, you do as I say. If not, hit the road. But, you know, once again, without a doubt, Bo Schembechler, one of the most respected coaches, and I believe the all-time winningest coach in Michigan Wolverines football history. Once again, Michigan as a team, 1,004 career victories in their college football history. My friends, if you are new to my channel, please smash that subscribe button. Always free to do so. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, please click on the like button. Don't forget to hit the bell. You hit the bell, you will be notified once I upload a video. And like always, my friends, please comment down below, not only if you enjoyed this video or not, which I hope you all do, but please comment down below and add your 2 cents with these top 10 teams that I mentioned in college football history. Coming in at number 10, Tennessee. USC coming in at 9. Georgia at 8. Nebraska 7. Penn State 6. Oklahoma 5. Texas and Notre Dame share the 4 spot. Ohio State coming in at 3. Alabama 2. And to round it out, the most winningest college football team in college football history with wins, Michigan Wolverines with 1,004. My friends, like always, peace out. God bless. Buckeye Vinny loves you, and so does God. Keep the faith, and like always, keep on watching. Peace out. God bless. Buckeye Vinny's out of here.